So what's up everybody? Welcome to video number 3 in the Renegade Squadron's instructional fight series, Art of Space Combat. And today I'm joined with my friend Firean, who has been training very hard for his Renegade test. And today we're going to talk about G-forces. Now G-force discipline you probably hear me talking about a lot, and the long story short, if you want to get the maximum potential out of any fighter, understanding how to roll off G-forces and control your G-forces is the #1 skill that's going to really put you above everyone else who's still using their G-safe, right? It's basically you're graduating to the experienced flight level is what I like to say. So last night I had a conversation with Renegade Squadron's Day, and Day explained this to me in a very simple way that I think you guys would enjoy. Imagine your character as a bottle of water, right? If you strafe down, so if I strafe down here, the water goes to my head, right? Which starts to red me out, right? If I start strafing up like this, the water starts to pull away from my head into a blackout, right? Now, if you shake the water bottle really violently, right, then left, then right again, and then left again at high speeds, the water is going to go all over the place, and you're going to do what's known as a goat faint. Now, a goat faint is basically your body sustained too many G-forces over such a short period of time that your body just shuts down and your guy flops to the left, and that's it, right? In reality, this is very similar to what would most likely happen to the pilot in a real setting, but you know, in terms of a game, sometimes it might feel a little bit unbalanced. And so how we control these G-forces is by what's known as rolling them off or canceling, right? So what's going to happen here is me and Firean are going to go into a duel. And as I'm fighting Firean, I'm going to be explaining what I'm actually doing in terms of my momentum and my movement so that you guys understand what's going on. So the first one here is going to be at full speed, and then I'll explain it and I'll break it down to you guys a little bit slower as we go through. So Firean, let's go. Do our little duel here. So here we go, do our high-speed high five. Okay, so again, I'm starting in a strafe down. I'm noticing I start to red out. I start pushing forward, right? The blood's going to my head, now it's going to my feet. Back into my head, back into my feet, right? So here I go into a circle strafe. I'm looking for the angle fighting in the previous video, right? Looking for that top shot. And you'll notice me, I'm rolling to the left, now I'm rolling to the right. Rolling to the left, and rolling to the right. Again, rolling to the left, rolling to the right. As I start to blur out, I start to cancel those G's. As I'm pushing to the left, see I'm starting to blur out, I go down. Again, moving to the left, start to blur out, I go down. Cut those G-forces. Going to the left, I blur out, I go down, right? And if I'm going too fast, then I slow down. So what you're doing is you're trying to keep that water bottle from getting too messed up, which is basically you. The pilot is that water bottle, right? So here we go, keep on fighting Firean over here. And it's really imperative, the faster the ship, the faster those G-forces are going to hit you. And so you really have to be careful and watch it. A little bit too fast there. Here we go again. Rolling to the left. Too fast. I want to close my distance on him, look for those angles. But Firean's on fire today. And there it is. Alright, now notice how the screen starts to kind of blur out as we're fighting, right? The blurry screen tells you that you're pulling too many lateral G-forces, or there's too many G-forces being applied to your character. And the best way to cancel that is to slow down. It is so important that you guys stay away from what's known as long sweeping maneuvers. So here we're going to do a long sweep, like top speed. You know, I'm just going to move to the left under boost like this. And because I've moved to the left a bit too much, now I want to go over this way. Oh, I ran out of boost, that's why. Rip. You're going to need your boost to help black out. It makes it a lot easier to black out with boost. Connecting your boost and your afterburner together is like a surefire way to black out almost instantly. So I would highly suggest that if you have any kind of blurry motion on your cockpit, if there's any blur going on in your screen, stay away from connecting your boost and your afterburner and burning for any more than 1.5 seconds. If you burn for any more than that time, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about right now actually. So let's say we're in a fight, you know, I'm fighting Firean over here, I'm pewing around, you know, I'm strafing to the left, I'm going down, I'm coming in, I'm going down, and I realize, oh shit, there's missiles on me, shit's going down. I turn around and I boost away, and boom, I boosted for more than 1 second with my afterburner. and I instantly blacked out, right? Because there was too many G-forces being applied to my character, and then as I tried to disengage, I pulled like 20 Gs and instantly just blacked myself out, right? And the thing is, it's not even a blackout, we call it a goat fate in Renegade, because your character's head just kind of flops to the side and he sits there like, you know, drooling on himself. Alright? Easiest way to cancel G-forces, guys, is roll them out, right? So we saw a little bit too fast there on that first fight, so I'm just going to do it nice and slow for you guys so you understand what I'm talking about. But the water bottle technique is the best way to explain it, right? You want to keep that water kind of in the center. You don't want it flopping around. If you pull too many G-forces, then it's over, right? So if we go into a negative strafe here, blood's going to the head, right? Easiest way to cancel it is just go the opposite direction, right? So if I'm rolling to the right over here and I start to black out, then I start rolling the other way, right? Start rolling the other way, and if I'm starting to actually black out again on too much G-forces on the blurry side, I just slow down. So the best way to explain it is if I'm blacking out, right, I need to start pulling the opposite to that, so I push the blood to my head. If I'm redding out, which means I'm strafing down, then I need to basically pull the blood from my head into the body, so I need to strafe up, right? And if I'm laterally going in a circle and I'm strafing left and right, you need to roll to orientate yourself to keep the body moving, right? So if I'm strafing to the left like this and I start to blur out, right, I still want to continue in this pattern, but if I continue in this orientation, my guy's going to basically black out. So what happens is I roll. So I'm still actually continuing the movement pattern against fire red, but now it's actually changing where the blood's going to my body. Again, roll again. This will bring the blood to my right side, and then again, if I roll down like this, it'll bring it to my head. And if I want to go 180 degrees, I'm still actually maintaining that circle strafe on fire red, but the blood's being shifted around my body, right? That's it in a nutshell, guys. G-force discipline takes time. It's sometimes very confusing, and even me on a pretty semi-regular basis will sometimes black out. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's, you know, you just have to really understand and learn your ship. But just some rules of thumb: stay away from making long movement maneuvers. You know, make short calculated movements. Watch and be conscious of where the blood is in your body. Make sure that once you start seeing that blurry screen and things start going a little fuzzy and hazy, just slow down. Just slow down, right? That's the easiest way to cancel that. You don't have to stop. You just need to slow down. Stop that forward momentum. And if you start, you know, blacking out too much, you can always throw your G-safe on if it's that much of a problem, right? But if you understand your G-force discipline, guys, you know, if you got to watch this video a couple more times to really get it, watch it, understand it, because you can make, and I mean any fighter, sing for you if you can understand G-force discipline, all right? So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. Share this with your friends, and I will see you guys in the next video.